I would be happy to explain Stanislaw Lim's The Futurological Congress. This 1971 novella is one of Lim's most darkly humorous and satirical works, taking the recurring character Ijon Tichy and plunging him into a terrifying yet absurd pharmacological dystopia. Plot summary. The story is narrated by the hapless space traveler Ijon Tichy, who is invited to attend the Eighth World Futurological Congress in a luxurious hotel in Costaricana, a fictional Central American nation. The Congress and the Tsunami of Truth. The setting. The Congress is meant to discuss the future problems facing humanity, primarily overpopulation and resource depletion. The atmosphere is chaotic, marked by pretentious academics, nonsensical speeches, and bureaucratic infighting, a satire of academic conferences. The disaster. During the Congress, a major military or political conflict breaks out on the streets of Costaricana. The fighting spills into the hotel, which is then flooded with vast quantities of mass-deployed hallucinogenic chemicals and psychotropic gas used to quell the revolt. The near-death experience. Tichy is caught in the escalating chaos, witnesses horrific violence, or what he thinks is horrific violence, and is severely injured. He is rescued, but his injuries are so severe that he is cryogenically frozen for the next 80 years. The pharmacological dystopia. The awakening. Tichy is revived in the year 2039, or a later time. The world he wakes up in seems to be a shining, harmonious utopia where poverty, crime, and sadness are things of the past. Everyone is polite, happy, and living in relative luxury. The unveiling. Tichy quickly realizes his perfect world is a massive, meticulously maintained illusion. He learns that overpopulation and resource crisis were solved by completely subjugating humanity to a network of psychochemical manipulation. The utopia is maintained by a constant, pervasive dispersal of masking and benign drugs into the air, water, and food supply. People live in squalor and desperation, but they perceive themselves to be wealthy, attractive, and successful due to the drugs. The pursuit. Tichy attempts to uncover the truth and find a drug that can nullify the hallucinations, a truth serum, known as the mass-produced depletion. He is pursued by agents of the masses, the government pharmacological regulators, who want to keep the great lie going on. The ending. The book ends on a highly ambiguous note. Tichy may or may have not found the truth serum. He may or may not be trapped in an even deeper layer of chemical illusion, questioning whether his waking up was simply another government-induced hallucination. Key satirical and philosophical themes. The nature of reality. The novella brilliantly uses drugs to explore the philosophical question. If you are perfectly happy in an illusion, is that illusion not your reality? Lim satirizes the idea that subjective happiness is more important than objective truth. Social control. It serves as a terrifying critique of the dangers of totalitarianism achieved through subtle, internal chemical control, rather than overt violence. The government doesn't need walls and prisons when it can control people's perceptions of the world. Consumerism and escapism. The book mocks the idea that all human problems can be solved with a technological or chemical fix, highlighting humanity's desire to escape difficult truths rather than confront them. Pessimism and futurism. Lim mocks the overly optimistic predictions of futurologists by showing that humanity's future might be one of comfortable, managed illusion rather than of genuine advancement.